Hey, good evening. I'm Dan Fitzpatrick at StockMarketMentor.com. By the way, don't forget about the second part of my two-part course on essentially pattern trading. We started last weekend with From Chaos to Patterns. This weekend on Saturday, we're going to go from patterns to profits. And so I want you to be there. If you're a member, it's free. If you're not a member, well, it's not free. So with that said, let me just kind of jump right into this. I noticed, I think it was yesterday, but it might have been the day before. I'm pretty sure it was yesterday, though. Investors Business Daily had Churchill Downs as its stock of the day. And that designation is typically, they don't just find some stock that's moving a lot that day. It's a combination. It's kind of like with the IBD 50 and some of their other, the other work, and it's excellent, by the way, excellent. But they're looking at fundamentals as well as the chart. And so a lot of times what I see is when I see a stock featured as chart of the day or stock of the day, the trade's already done. So here, like this is what it was featured on the 8th. Okay, so that was this, but you're getting it first thing in the morning, right? So it was really here. So the chart looked like this. The stock had actually broken out on this day, on the 3rd, right? Or the 4th, excuse me. That was last Friday. And then, so the stock's up here, and somebody at IBD says, hey, this looks good. Let's go ahead and feature that as the stock of the day. And then, boom, that's what you're seeing on this day. So it was great if you saw it first thing in the morning at some point, you're up 2%. But I don't really care about that because, like I said, the trade is kind of over at this point. But that doesn't mean the stock is over. See, this, brings stuff like this to my attention, and then I'll continue to watch it. And so here for Churchill Downs, I'll go through a couple of these because I'm feeling, particularly saucy right now. With Churchill Downs, this is a classic volatility squeeze breakout. Boom, big move, high volume, massive volume the last couple days. And so I feel like I'm late in buying the phase one, the first phase of the breakout. So what I want to do now is I'll keep my eye on this, and I want to see it at some point pull back and then test that breakout, and hopefully the stock does not fall below, say, this line, which is essentially where the stock broke out from. So if the stock pulls back to here and then finds some support, we'll say above 125, that's when I want to buy the stock, looking for that kind of move. Other things, this stock hit the stock of the day list on the 7th. That was on this day, on Monday. So there's absolutely nothing here that's interesting to me. Nothing that's interesting to me. But I'm keeping it on the list because I know Investors Business Daily is tracking it. I'm pretty sure it's an IBD 50 stock, but the stock, it's in the right sector, trucking. There's a lot of stuff going on now in that sector. So it's one of these stocks that I want to watch. The point is this: when you're looking at Investors Business Daily, be organized. Look at the stocks that they're covering and put them on a watch list. Write them down on a piece of paper. Do something, because those stocks can be money. But frankly, not often are they money right here, right now, right when you see the stocks. You got to put them on the list and say, all right, I like this stock. I like the way Churchill Downs. I like the way Churchill Downs is trading, but I'm not going to buy it just yet. I'm going to wait for my train. That's when I'm going to hop on board. So anyway, that's all I have to say. And by the way, this is also the type of thing when we're talking about from going from patterns to profits. What's one of the best patterns that I've ever seen? That's the volatility squeeze. That's what I call the moneymaker pattern. So I'll be teaching all about volatility squeezes this weekend, along with some other things. It's going to be a very, very focused class. And this, just so you know, this is my goal. My goal is that by the end of the class, you are not saying, wow, that Dan Fitzpatrick sure knows a lot about trading. How awesome is he? I don't give a rip about that. What I want is by the end of the class, you're saying, holy crap, I've got like a checklist, or I've got 2 checklists. I've got all the, and I'm not even done writing the course yet, guys. Otherwise, I'd be giving you more specifics. But I've got all the information that I need in order to recognize this pattern and a method to trade it, to take into account the reward, the risk, and what I think is going to happen. So this was a great time, time well spent on a Saturday. This thing is money because I actually have a process that's actionable and I can follow up on that. That's my goal for you. And if you're not feeling that way at the end of the workshop, then honestly, then I've failed. I've failed to deliver what I wanted to deliver. So now you know what I'm trying to do, and it's just up to you to figure out whether you want to be a part of it or not.